Yo, look, it's 8:38 p.m. Yo, February 24th, 2026. God bless to everybody. Man, I'm about to address a couple things. I've been talked about this before, but I'm gonna speak on when I got arrested on September 14, 2014. I was at the club with this dude named James and Wade. They worked with me at the Coca-Cola warehouse in 2014. You know what I'm saying? James was from Fort Myers. Wade was from like Jersey or something like that. I left from the club. I think we was at Club Celsius on this day. Or this night, I mean. I left from the club. I drove to the 7-Eleven right when I left the club. Pulled up at the 7-Eleven. This one dude inside the 7-Eleven said the police was outside. My car was parked at a pump, but the gas, with the car was still running. It was parked. My car was parked at a gas pump, but the car was still running. My music was blasting loud. I still remember that Tupac Gangster Party was playing, yo. And the police pulled up, asked me if I was driving. This other lady walked up and said she was driving. The fire truck pulled up. Then she walked away after that because they kind of scared her away. They told me they wanted me to take a breathalyzer. I said no. They took me to jail. They gave me fingerprints. They took a mug shot. I went inside of this one office where this one lady was sitting at. I told her she looked kind of like Jennifer Aniston. She told me she wanted me to sign a paper. And I said, I'm not signing that. They told me that they would like strap me to the chair and I had to prove that I'm not crazy the next day in court if I didn't sign the paper, because the paper was basically explaining why I got arrested or something, because they were trying to give me a DUI. And I signed my name on the paper. I still remember hearing some white dude yelling that night about how cold he was, and he ended up getting pepper sprayed. And I remember kind of laughing at first, but that really wasn't funny. But I was in jail that night, you know what I'm saying? So when I was in the cell, I heard this dude yelling out he was cold and stuff like that. Then the bail bondsman helped me out. He actually bailed me out. My mom was talking to this dude named Nigel, and they got a good bail bondsman that helped me out. And I ended up getting bailed up out of jail, yo. I can't remember where that dude was from, but he had an accent. My bail bondsman. Um, then I went to work I went to work later on that day. You know what I'm saying? I told James Wade that I got arrested. I went to jail that night. And he was telling me like the reason why you got arrested. I remember James telling me the reason why you got arrested was because um um he was at that gas station. He said that's what they do when they wait for people to leave the club and then they pull up at them gas stations. So all of this happened September 14, 2014. Now, by December 2014, I went to talk to the public defender, and the public defender told me he'll try to get him to throw it out or whatever. Then he went to try to get it thrown out. Then they came back, and he came back and told me I got to plead guilty to like a DUI, and I do like 2 years of probation or a year of probation. And I said I wasn't doing that. And then my mom came in there and talked to him about it, and he said he tried to help me out to my mom, but I had a previous record on my I had a previous record about some type of domestic violence. And I said, that's impossible. I ain't never got accused of any kind of domestic violence. Come to find out, some lady named Alicia B. Smith got assaulted by her boyfriend in 2008. And her boyfriend went to jail to use my social security number in a whole nother state. And they didn't fingerprint the man, and they did not take a mugshot of the man. And then the same girl, Alicia B. Smith, showed up and she got the charges dropped. So even though she got the charges dropped, it still made me look guilty because it made me look like that I put hands on some lady and then she came forth and dropped the charges. So I told the public defender I never lived outside of the state of Michigan up until December 2013 when I drove to Fort Myers with my mom's. You know what I'm saying? I told him that. And I also told him from September to December 2008, I was at Baker College in Owasso, Michigan on campus. You know what I'm saying? I was actually on campus. So I was like, it's no way that I got accused of putting hands on somebody or something like that. Come to find out, something messed up happened that was illegal. The police didn't do their job, and it was in Tennessee or Kentucky or something like that. What was even more ironic was the girl who got who got basically who was the victim. You know what I'm saying? Who got assaulted? Her name was Alicia B. Smith, and she went to my high school, Southfield Regional Academic Campus, yo. She graduated in 2007. I looked her up on Facebook after the public defender told me that, and I saw her face, and I immediately was like, oh, I remember her. She went to my school. Southfield Regional Academic Campus was an alternative school, yo. It was basically a high school, but they helped you graduate from the high school that you was originally supposed to be at. So it wasn't like, it basically helped you graduate from Southfield Lathrop High School or Southfield High School. Back in the day, Southfield Lathrop High School was still open, but now it's just Southfield High School that's open in Southfield, Michigan. So anybody that went to SRAC, they address was affiliated with either Southfield Lathrop School or Southfield Lathrop High School. You know what I'm saying? And if you was a 10th grader, 11th grader, or 12th grader, you go to that school. So anybody that was in that school was like 15 and up or something like that, because couldn't nobody that was in ninth grade go to that school, because that school was not for ninth graders. It was basically to help people get back on their feet. That was just what the rules was when I was going there from 2006 to 2008. Now in 2004 and 2005, it was a middle school. It was Arthur Ashe Academy. Then they changed it to SRAC by like December 2004, Southfield Regional Academic Campus. Then by like '05 and '06, I think they changed the rules by like '06 or something like that. And they said, okay, they stopped seventh graders and eighth graders from going there and ninth graders from going there. And the school was basically for people who was in the 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. You know what I'm saying? It was to help people graduate on time. So when I saw the picture of that old girl, Alicia B. Smith, I was like, she went to my school, yo. She graduated in '07. I didn't know her. Like, as far as like, hey, what's up? Like, that wasn't somebody that I like hung out with, or that wasn't some lady that I was having sex with, anything like that. But I do remember our class went on this big school trip, and they went to this studio, and they rapped and sang on that Marvin Gaye "Mercy Me" beat. And I didn't rap or sing shit. I couldn't rap or sing for shit. I just went for the extra credit because my science teacher, Miss Boone, had told me, um, you'll get an A if you go to the trip. So that was the reason why I went to the trip. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, basically that girl had got assaulted by some dude in Kentucky or Tennessee or somewhere like that. And then she showed up and dropped the charges later on. And whoever the dude was that did that to her used my social security number, yo. Used my social security number and framed me, lied on me. And they didn't fingerprint the man. They didn't take a mug shot of nothing of this man. So that was on my record somehow. So the public defender in Fort Myers, Florida told me that the reason why the judge was kind of sort of being hard on me was because he saw that on my record, and he saw that I basically had physically assaulted some lady in 2008. And I told him that wasn't me. That was somebody that just used my social security number and found a way to frame me. I still remember looking it up on the internet, and the man did not have a mug shot. It was just like a blank page, a blank like man figure for the mugshot. It wasn't even a mugshot up on there. I still remember that. So I end up telling the public defender like that wasn't me, and asking if you can get it taken away, but it never did, yo. They tried to basically give me a wet reckless, which means I would basically plead guilty to being drunk, and they'll just give me a wet reckless, meaning if I pled guilty to reckless driving, then it would be limited or minimized down to a reckless driving. And I said that I wasn't even going to do that because when I came outside, I wasn't driving. They just pulled up on me. You know what I'm saying? I had the car at the gas pump. They asked me to take a breathalyzer. I said no. They took me to jail, whatever. And the public defender had waited till like the very last second or something like that to pull out some video footage, and then that's the reason why it became a mistrial, because they picked the jurors and everything on that particular day. And everybody was telling me, you lucky, yo. You lucky. Because when I saw them walk in all suited and booted and like in uniform and stuff, I was like, yeah, yo, like I hope that this go right. I hope this go well for me. And ended up being like a mistrial or something. And then they actually man, before I even continue, only God knows how many times people has helped me out and I don't even know it. God bless to everybody, yo, for real. I really mean that. To my whole family, my mom, my pops, my siblings, everybody, yo. I got love for everybody, because they don't tell how many times I've been helped and don't even know it. But I just been through so much crazy shit when it comes to modern day society. You never know who's helping and who's not, yo. It's crazy. But that's why I said before, you never know who's really helping you out. Before I continue, I just wanted to say that, yo, because I'm just reminiscing right now. But they end up basically letting it be a mistrial or something like that. And I agreed to plead guilty to reckless driving, but it wasn't alcohol related, meaning there was no requirements to take a breathalyzer or a drug test or a urine test. It just pretty much said that I was driving in the same lane, but I was like swerving, not from lane to lane, but they said by like August of 2014, it was considered reckless driving. If you're driving in the same lane, but you be swerving, they said that was considered reckless driving ever since like August of 2014 or something like that. So he told me, when I gave him the story of how I left the club and all I did was drive straight to the gas station, I said I probably was swerving inside the lanes. He told me you could still get charged with reckless driving for that. So I just took the charge, man. I probably could have got it thrown out if I paid for a lawyer, to be honest. I probably could have just got it thrown out. I truly believe I could have. But I pled guilty to 6 months of probation, a week at the day work program, and also 100 hours of community service. So the day work program is when the sheriffs pull up in a van and you get in the van, and then you go to another. You go to the jailhouse, the actual jail, and the sheriffs, everybody meet up there early in the morning. Then you get in the van and then you go to different places and then you basically do community service work. So it's not like community service because community service is your own hours that you got to have accumulated. The day work program is you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do that, then you can go to jail for it. So I completed the week of the day work program. It probably was 2 weeks. All I know is I completed the day work program. I came there every morning that they told me to come there. And I remember I got this one girl number over there on Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? It was this one girl who had like long hair, this dark skinned chick. And she pulled up on me on Canal Street. This when I was living on Canal Street now. So I hung out with her probably, this is like December 2014 or January 2015. She used to work at this place across the street from that Advanced Auto Parts, yo. That was on MLK and Fowler Street. It was like this building across the street with a big old parking lot. They basically drive and at nighttime and be dropping off newspapers and stuff at people's houses and stuff like that. She drove for that building. It was like this warehouse that give you a whole bunch of mail and stuff. You got to drop it off at people's houses. Drop it off for like a whole bunch of mail and magazines at people's houses and stuff like that. I also used to talk to this Haitian girl that also worked there. Me and her had sex too. No, not, I said two. Me and the other girl that never had sex. But I talked to another girl also that worked there. But me and this Haitian girl, me and her had sex. But that one lady that I met on Ortiz, me and her never had sex. You know what I'm saying? She came by on Canal Street one time and one time only, I believe. And we never had sex. You know what I'm saying? I just, she told me she stayed in Lehigh back in the day. All of this coming back to mind. I still remember I took a picture at that day work program with a couple other dudes on like the last day. I think we were standing on Colonial Street on right outside from the Walmart. And I was putting up school crap. I had on a white and red Red Wings hat. You know what I'm saying? And I was putting up school crap in my old neighborhood. And it was another dude that was in that picture. He stayed around. I remember back in the day, he stayed around the Sunterra Apartments because on my last day of leaving from that place to work, the day work program, he had dropped me back off on Canal Street. He dropped me back off and he had pulled up at the Sunterra Apartments before he had dropped me off. I remember this. And I never told anybody about that dude because the last time I seen that nigga was like, that was like January 2015 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Late December 2014 or like early January 2015. So I never seen that dude again since that day. I remember we was all in a day work program and I was trying to get this one lady number, yo. It was this Caucasian lady. I was trying to get her number. Like we were standing outside around like Ortiz, around like the jail. I was trying to get her number. She was in the program also, but I never got her number. No, I think I did get her number, but it was another lady that was visiting somebody at that jailhouse, and that's the lady number who I got, the dark skinned lady. You know what I'm saying? That the dark skinned chick that worked at that place across the street from the Advanced Auto Parts. It wasn't the Haitian lady. It was I just remember she was dark skinned. I forgot her name though. So when I took that picture, I didn't know none of the niggas I took that picture with. We was all standing on Colonial Boulevard outside the Walmart, yo. Over there on Colonial Boulevard. I didn't know I think it was Colonial Boulevard and like, I forgot the side street. But it's the Walmart that's in Fort Myers, Florida. You know what I'm saying? We was doing day work program work out there. We was cleaning up trash and stuff out there. And like we just took a picture. I remember the one nigga telling me he was gonna put it on Facebook. And it was another dude there. I think he was like black and Hispanic, dog. I remember that nigga had gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking to, I don't even know how to remember this shit. He was talking to this one lady that had a mom's that was Hispanic, and she didn't like him because I remember the last day at the day work program, he was trying to give her a ride and asking her if she wanted a ride, and she was like, no, she'd rather walk. It was this Hispanic lady, yo. She barely spoke English because her daughter was talking to the other dude that was like mixed with like black and Hispanic, and she didn't like the fact that her daughter was talking to that dude and she didn't like him. So she was basically saying she'd rather walk before she got in the car with him. I remember this. I remember all of this. I don't even know how all this just came back to mind, yo. Like, so I basically was on probation for 6 months. I did not have to take a drug test. I did not have to take alcohol test or nothing. I didn't have to take urine test or nothing like that. I just got 100 hours of community service to complete, like $1,000 in court fees, and I had to do the day work program. After I did the day work program, I did like 70 or 80 hours of community service, but I didn't finish my community service in time. And I also I paid $1,000 and some dollars in court fees. This is why I got a video when I got like a bunch of $20 bills in my lap. I had just took some money out of my bank account, and I was on my way to the courthouse when I did that, yo. Like, I wasn't just bragging. That was just me showing like I paid $1,000 in court fees. I was doing community service at the Goodwill, yo. And I remember it was this one light-skinned girl that I had kind of liked, but I never like got her number or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was another caramel skinned girl in there that was kind of cute, but I never got her number neither. I used to do community service at that Goodwill, yo. And I stopped going to that Goodwill after like I had like 70 hours left. By June, by like May or June of 2015, I had violated probation because in Fort Myers, you got to have all your probation completed 1 month before you get released from probation. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I wasn't, my community service hours wasn't complete in time, I violated probation. So that's why I went to jail for a whole month from June 25th to July 25th, 2015. I'm going to say again, if it's somebody saying that I abused some lady or physically assaulted some lady, that is a lie, yo. I never physically assaulted a female, yo. Never done that. And that one lady who number that I got out there on Ortiz by that jailhouse, because we was doing day work program, work stuff on that particular day. I got her number, yo. She was visiting somebody. She pulled up and she was visiting somebody. By like May of 2016, I sent a bunch of messages out to a bunch of ladies saying Happy Mother's Day. And she was one of them. And she sent me a text message back like, you trying to be funny? I'm like, no, what you talking about? And she was like, you trying to like, she was like, then I could find out who it was because I sent like a big group message out, a big group text message out to just all the ladies that I talked to in the past. Some of them didn't even have kids. I got some responses saying, nigga, I don't even got kids. Why you saying Happy Mother's Day? You trying to say you trying to nut at me or something? Some of them ladies was talking to me like that. And I was like, no, I sent out a big group message. I looked through all the numbers in my phone, all the contacts, and I just said Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day to all of them. And girls like, you trying to be funny? I got a bunch of thank yous from some of them ladies, but the majority of them said thank you. But she was like, you trying to be funny? I'm like, no, but come to find out, she had a kid that passed away or something like that. That was the girl who number that I had got on Ortiz, but I forgot all about that because I didn't even realize that was her that I was texting at the time because I sent out like 100 messages saying Happy Mother's Day. So I didn't know who it was that basically would respond and say, you trying to be, like, ask me if I was trying to be funny. And then she like, you remember when I told you that I went through that, I've been through some, I had like a messed up process or something like that, or my kid passed away. I'm like, oh yeah, damn, my bad. I was like, no, I wasn't trying to be funny. I forgot, to be honest. But I didn't want to tell her. I didn't be all the way honest. I didn't tell her that I sent out Happy Mother's Day to like 100 other ladies. I just told her, oh, my bad, I forgot. You feel me? So, I never had sex with that lady though. Probably got drunk and hit her up a couple times, or probably got drunk and cussed her out. Probably, I'm not certain. I wouldn't remember because I used to drink a lot back in the day, yo. I used to drink a lot. I used to smoke and drink. You know what I'm saying? I ain't smoked or drink in 3 years. I have not engaged in sex in 4 years. Man, if it's somebody saying that I stole, I'm being lied on. I'm being framed, yo. It's that simple. You feel me? To be honest, I'm tired as fuck because, like, I just feel like exhausted because, yo, I've been worried sick about my family, yo, that been cloned. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna believe you, but this is the truth. My family members been cloned, and I just be praying that God keep them safe, healthy, and alive, and everybody else. But yeah, on that one particular day, I still remember we all took a picture. I had on a Red Wings hat. It was a red and white Red Wings hat. And a matter of fact, I also took a picture when I had on the Red Wings hat. I was outside of this hotel that my dad had basically booked a couple nights at. Him and my cousin Deshaun came to go get, came all the way to Florida, yo, drove all the way to Florida, and they helped me get that Impala, that 210 Impala. And they told me that I still got the rest of the day at that hotel when they left. So I took a picture at the top floor of that hotel and just took a picture. I had on that red and white Red Wings hat. That was in like January 2015, yo. So I don't know if somebody lied about me at that Goodwill. I remember it was this white girl I used to do community service with at that Goodwill. The ladies that, this light skinned girl that I said that was kind of cute and the caramel skinned girl, they worked there. They were actually employees. I was just doing community service. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they made up a lie. I don't know. I never got the ladies' numbers though. Um, and like I said, like that, it was this Haitian lady that I talked to. I had sex with her. That was back in 2015 or something like that. She also worked at that building that was across the street from that Advanced Auto Parts, where they would basically like hand out newspapers and stuff at nighttime to people houses and put newspapers in people hand out packages and stuff and put newspapers in people mailbox. But I think I had sex with her twice, and that was it. But I think I cussed her out after I got shot at. I hit her up, and I think I cussed her out after that or something like that. Man, if it's somebody saying that I stole, so I feel like God is telling me something, man. A lot of people has been paid underhanded before to basically humiliate me online, make a mockery of me, and then somebody get them money under the table. That has happened in the past, show, because somebody they made up a lie back in the day. And again, I didn't know any of those dudes at that day work program where we all took a picture over there on Colonial Boulevard in 2014. I was 24 years old at the time. I was putting up school crab. Like I didn't know any of them niggas, you feel me? But them niggas was cool. I just took a picture of them. We was all in a day work program. Like, hey, nigga, what up? This is a day work program. You feel me? And I was putting up school crab. I was like putting up my old neighborhood school crab. This when I was 24. I said when I was 24, I used to do that shit a lot. I calmed down a lot after that. So the main thing that I wanted to address was that lady named Alicia B. Smith. That situation with that lady named Alicia B. Smith, she had a boyfriend or something that got charged for assaulting her. And then she came and dropped the charges, but that was still on my name somehow. You know what I'm saying? That was I learned that in like December 2014. I learned that. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that until December 2014. That happened in '08. But I didn't know that that was under my name until December 2014. And that lady went to my high school, so that was ironic. So I was still trying to figure out who was that got charged of putting hands on her, though. How did that person get my social security number, yo? So now it's a lot of people I believe is just making up lies, yo. It's a lot of lies being told still. Some of these ladies has just came forth and lied. Look, if it's somebody saying that I stole something, or if it's somebody saying I'm sexually active or anything, I'm being framed, I'm being lied on. If ain't nobody doing that, regardless, God bless to everybody, yo. I said before, it's one of the worst feelings when you get around people that's cool and down to earth and you think it's all love and goodness, and then, you have a wrong type of a day and you'll make a video on your phone talking about what's going on around you and what you believe is going on, and then other people will hack into that video, put it up online and make it look like that you bad talking somebody, and then they'll have somebody else act like you under your account by hacking in your account, so they could use my image, and then they can make it look like I'm scandalizing somebody by saying, hey, fuck you bitch, you know what I'm saying? And then some other nigga will come forward and be like, no nigga, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, everybody will be thinking I'm arguing back and forth with somebody, but don't nobody know that is somebody hacking in my phone and doing this. That's why every time I see my phone getting hacked, last night I saw a red dot blinking in my phone. That don't just normally happen. So whenever I see that, I believe that that's when somebody could put my phone on hibernation mode, on basically pause mode. And what they doing is they probably, if they're not hacking my phone and they're not socializing with somebody else, what they're doing is they trying to at least trigger me to believe that, so I can make a video. And next thing you know, I'll be making a video. People think I'm scandalizing people, but I'm letting it be known, yo, this is what I'm going through, yo. I see what's going on, yo. So it's either people trying to frame me, or it's people just trying to trigger me to record a video. I mean, yeah, to record a video and say something like, hey, I'm chilling right now. I ain't doing much, but just chilling, like somebody hacking my phone right now. And they'll try to get me to just like make a statement about something. This is the type of shit people that's in cults do, yo. And they get paid under the table to do this. They get paid underhanded to do this. Humiliation rituals. Hey, say something about this man that's not true so everybody can start shitting on this man and making him look stupid. And then when everybody start making him look stupid, don't nobody know that that person got paid some money underhandedly. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. It's real fucked up. Right now as I speak, man, it's February 24th, 2026. What I'm talking about right now, I talked about a long time ago. Only thing that I included that was a little different than last time was when I took that picture on Colonial Boulevard when I was in a day work program. Like I said, the day work program, my probationary period was required for me to do the day work program. And then it was also required for me to do 100 hours of community service and pay like $1,000 in court fees. I paid $1,000 in court fees. I did like 70 hours of community service. And I finished and completed the day work program. That was like a week or 2 weeks or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The very last day of the day work program, the one dude dropped me back on Canal Street. The one dude that stayed around the Sunterra Apartments. I still remember this. And I still remember this, dog. I remember joking with this nigga, talking to him about, I asked this nigga like a scenario. I was like, bro, if you got out of jail and you found out your girl stole your car, would you basically get revenge? Do you feel like it'd be worth it? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, no, it ain't worth it, no. Ain't nothing worth my freedom. That's how I was looking at it. I still remember all of this is coming back to mind now. We was doing community service around areas around Fort Myers every day. I tried to get this white girl number. I got this one lady number that was black. And like I said, I never had sex with her. Then I sent a bunch of messages out on Mother's Day in 2016. And she was one of the people I said Happy Mother's Day to. And she took it offensive because she thought that I was like, because she told me that she had a child that passed away. And I didn't even know, I didn't even know that was her, to be honest. I just sent out a bunch of messages. And yeah, yo, we was in that day work program. I remember one time we was at a park. We had to do pickup service at a park. All this coming back to mind now. The day work program was different from community service because community service is based on your own hours. The day work program, you got to do that. If you don't do that, and like the time that they tell you to go do that, then you can go to jail for that. I completed all of that. So basically, I went to jail for not having all of my community service completed. I had like 70 hours of community service or something like that, yo. I was supposed to do 100. I was doing community service at the Goodwill. I remember this. So somebody lied on me somewhere down the line. I know that for sure. If somebody's saying that they lied on me, I stole something recently, again, I'm being lied on, I'm being framed. And nobody's telling me directly that somebody accused me of that. They just maintaining the secret amongst each other, said, don't tell him that he been accused of some shit, because if you tell him, it'll be easier for him to vindicate himself. So like I said, what people has done in the past is they hacked in my phone. I'll be talking in my phone and just talking about how my day went on one particular day. I treat my phone like a journal one day, and I wouldn't upload not a single video online, and people would still hack into my iCloud or my Google account, upload the video somewhere else, and frame me to look like that it's me put it up. That way they could try to push and promote me to look mentally ill or bipolar in the future when other people see the video. And then they'll actually have somebody hack into my phone, you know what I'm saying, and then socialize back and forth with someone else at the same time. That has happened before. So somebody can hack into my phone and be like, hey, what's up? And then somebody else can respond back, hey, what up? But that person that's responding back to the falsified me, they know that that's the falsified me, but they are part of some organization that's maintaining this lie and maintaining this constant, repetitive fucking pattern of the same exact coincidental motherfucking events. I'm about to get off this phone. It's 9:06 p.m., yo, February 24, 2026. God bless to everybody. God bless to everybody I spoke of in this video, yo. Man, look, before anybody judged, I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you, like, I'm not lying about this stuff that I've been through in the past. It's not something that I'm trying to constantly just be talking about. But I do be trying to get the point across and just let it be known. Look, if I got family members somewhere else, I just be hoping that they all right. You know what I'm saying? Other people look at it and thinking that I'm shitting on everybody else. I know it's a lot of people out here that probably been cloned. People don't believe me. But I'm just letting it be known, yo, like this was really going on. You feel me? This is what's really happening. And I don't know why it got this bad. I don't know where down the line it got so bad and stuff like that, but it's a lot of people that's trying to lie on me and frame me. Once people realize that you got some type of dysfunction in your family, they'll try to take advantage of that, yo. And then they'll try to make it look like it's your fault. They'll try to make you look responsible. So a lot of people try to blame a lot of stuff on me. You feel me? And they think that I'm going to just sit back and watch.